Welcome back to my official podcast. This is Gaurav, Ayaan, and guys, we have some very what do you call it? Breaking news, shocking news, whatever you can call it, but it has been the unexpected day, as you can call it, for being an Indian fan, being a cricket fan, for whatever you can call it. But the breaking news is that is Virat Kohli will step down as a T20 captain, guys, after this T20 World Cup. So this is the biggest news which I got. Obviously, I sorry, because I wasn't able to come live automatically once I got this news, because I was just outside my home, and I was having some of the work which I was doing. So I wasn't expecting this kind of news. So just for the viewers, I will read some of the statement which Virat Kohli obviously made, and we will definitely discuss after that. So Lucas, first of all, we will definitely discuss what he has said. But Lucas, first of all, welcome back to my show. Did you was also shocked what you just heard?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I was a little bit shocked when that happened, but yeah, we'll discuss that in a minute. But yeah, I was a little surprised.
Okay, just I will just read out his statement. What he has said. I have been fortunate enough to not to only represent India, but also lead the Indian cricket team to my utmost capability. Okay, why are you laughing, mate? Any reason
No,
behind that?
just that's all good. Keep going.
I think everyone who I think sorry, I thank everyone who has supported me in my journey as the captain of the Indian cricket team. I couldn't have done it without them. The boys, the support staff, the selection committee, my coaches, and each and every Indian who played for us to win. Okay, who prayed us to win. Sorry, guys. Okay, understanding workload is a very important thing, and considering my immense workload over the last 8 or 9 years, playing all three format and captaining regularly for the last 5 6 years, I feel I need to give myself space to be fully ready to lead the Indian team in Test and ODI cricket. I have I have given everything to the team during my time as T20 captain, and I will continue to do so. So for the T20 team as a batsman moving forward. Okay. He has also said that, of course, arriving at this time decision took a lot of time. After a hold on a minute. After a lot of contemplation and discussion with my close people, Ravi Bhai and also Rohit, who have been an essential part of this leadership group, I have decided to step down the T20 captain after this T20 World Cup in Dubai in October. I have also spoken to the secretary, Mr. Jai Shah, and the president, Mr. Saurabh Ganguly, along with all the selectors about the same. I will continue to serve Indian cricket and the Indian team to the best of my ability. This is what he said. And Lucas, you have been laughing. So just tell me why you are laughing.
God, I wish that was Tim Payne's statement. I
Okay.
really do.
Okay, so finally you hit the
I
ball out
just,
of the park,
I,
mate. You hit the ball out of the
I was,
park.
I was just going down memory lane and thinking, God, I just wish that was Tim Payne's statement. Oh,
No good. So let's just leave Team Paint for a little while. Obviously, he has been injured. He will definitely come back to the Ashes, and just pray that Australia win the Ashes 5-0, and then
crying
he can
shame.
peacefully leave the captaincy of the Australia. So just forget about Australia for a little while, right now, and let's move to Indian cricket team. Tell me about this shocking news. Was it was expected? Or what do you think about this decision? Was it expected?
um,
Uh, are you shocked about this decision? What's your take on that, first of all, Lucas?
was it expected? Probably not. Was I shocked? Yeah, a little bit. Um, Virat Kohli is an established, one of the best T20 players in the world.
Yes.
Not just in India, not just in Indian cricket, but worldwide. His T20 stats is just unbelievably good.
Yes. To be
I don't
having
think
an average of close to 50 in T20 cricket,
yeah,
it's quite remarkable.
yeah. Um, so it came a little bit out of the shock, but personally, I think it's a good move, in my opinion.
Yes.
Because let's be honest, his captaincy is best in the longer formats of the game, where he
Exactly.
can be
Exactly.
ruthless, where he can get involved with his players, where
Exactly.
he can get into the opposition's face, where he can
Yes.
use his tactics. That's where
Yes.
Virat Kohli shines as a captain. Now, that's not to say he was a bad
Yes.
captain in T20. He's still a good captain,
No.
but he cannot
Yes.
do those things in T20 cricket like he can in Test match cricket with the captaincy.
Exactly.
So I I think I think it's a good move. Not just for India, but also for his benefit. He can now solely focus on the longer formats of the game, where India have really, especially the white ball cricket, they haven't won. I don't think they've won a test match. Sorry, test match, a World Cup 50 over World Cup since MS Dhoni hit that six in 2011. So
Yes.
they've really struggled in that form of the game. T20 they've been brilliant in that. They've been very strong for a lot of years.
No, no,
So
no. But he still hasn't won a single World Cup after 2007 World Cup. Whether it was a Dhoni who was a captain, whether it is a Virat who was a captain right now, and so it's a long time since we have won a T20 World Cup. Obviously.
you won the World Cup in 2011 when Dhoni hit that
Yeah,
six.
does yeah, I do agree.
Yeah,
I do agree. But I'm talking about
yeah,
T20
yeah,
cricket.
yeah.
Talking about T20 World Cup.
Oh, T20. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not aware of India's records in T20. But
You are
all I
not
know is
aware of
that
anything, but you are not aware of anything in the T20 matter. Obviously, you doesn't
I,
consider T20 cricket as a cricket.
I can't even tell you the Big Bash teams, and I live in Australia.
Yeah, I
So
know that.
yeah,
I know that.
I couldn't tell the amazing viewers that watch this who does Steve Smith play for in the T20, who does Dave. I can't tell you that. That's how much I
Forget
know
about
much
that.
about T20. Um, but what I can tell you is that Virat Kohli is a feared Test captain. And what I
Yes.
mean feared is that everybody, when they up against Virat Kohli, that they always it's going to think it's going to be a mental battle, a grind, and you have
Yes.
to perform extremely well to beat Virat Kohli's team, whether it's T20, whether it's ODI, whether it's Test match cricket. Um, but like I said, I think it's good that Virat Kohli can now step down. Reports saying that Rohit Sharma will take over after the World Cup. This
Obviously.
does not mean. Let's not get confused here. This does not mean Virat Kohli is retiring. He's just losing the cap. He's just stepping
No,
down
no, not at all.
from the
Not
captaincy.
at all.
Yeah,
Not at all.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Look,
all the
look,
people,
look. Yes. Just want to ask one more thing regarding that. Was it a batting form which obviously is not been up to the mark as the standard of Virat Kohli led this decision to that I want to leave this T20 captaincy, or there is something else?
I'm not using that as an excuse. Uh,
Yeah.
Number one is Steve Smith. When he came back to Test
Yes.
match cricket, the weight of the world was on his shoulders, and we saw
Yes.
him play brilliantly in that 2019 Ashes series. So I'm sorry
Yes.
to the Virat Kohli fans out there. I can't use that as an excuse because we've seen other players do it. So
Yes.
I it it's interesting to see if he was pushed into this or he's decided that I haven't had a good
Yes.
time in the I haven't had a good
Yes.
time in the Test match arena. I haven't had a great time. Is it time I just focus on that now? Just focus my captaincy on that and the longer format, than the short format. So it'd be interesting to see if he wasn't pushed, or was he just thought of this spare of the moment thing, or has he even thought about this before the Test series, or hell, has he even thought about this, the start of this year or before the last World Cup? So it was interesting to see what was going through his mind when he made this call, or if he was being pushed. Rapundra has joined us. Hello.
Hey, Lucas, how are you?
Hello, Rupendra.
Very good, yourself?
Okay. Yes, Rupendra has joined us because obviously he was also shocked about this news. So Rupendra, will speak to Rupendra with an Hindi a little bit. Rupendra, आप पहले बताएं कि आप पहले कितने शॉक्ड हुए इस
He can
न्यूज से,
speak
क्या
English
कारण
very
था?
good. Don't lie. He can speak English very good.
Yes.
He's good at
Yeah,
he's got an A in English. Don't lie. You've got an A in English. You've got very good. Keep going.
exactly. But we are in Hindi viewer, na, so that's why Gaurav asking to speak in
Okay.
Hindi.
Yes, there are also a lot of Hindi viewers, so it will be easy for Hindi viewers to understand also.
Okay.
So रुपेंद्र, आप पहले ये बताइए मुझे कि आप कितने शौक थे आपका। तो मैं तो अपनी बताता हूँ कि कुछ क्रिकेट के बारे में न्यूज नहीं आ रहा था, तो मैं 2 दिन से शो नहीं कर रहा था, मैं आराम से बाहर घूम रहा था। अचानक से मुझे घर पहुंचा, मैं फोन आया कि हैव यू नोटिस दिस न्यूज दैट विराट कोहली हैज स्टेप्ड डाउन द कैप्टनसी। तो आप क्या इस न्यूज को लेकर कहना चाहते हैं? क्या वो एक्सपेक्टेड था, क्या वो सरप्राइज था, क्या शॉकिंग था, और क्या स्टेटमेंट था रुपिंदर?
इससे पहले आज की बात करने से पहले अपन कुछ दिन पहले की बात कर सकते हैं, 1 वीक पहले की ऐसी कुछ टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया न्यूज़पेपर ने लीक किया था कि शायद स्प्लिट ऑफ कैप्टनसी हो सकती है, तभी कुछ अटकलें बन रही थी। लेकिन फिर उस समय मैंने कैसा बीसीसीआई ने क्लैरिफाई किया था कि नहीं भाई ऐसा कुछ होने वाला नहीं है। बट एट द सेम टाइम मुझे ऐसा
बीसीसीआई ने ठीक किया था क्योंकि वो नहीं चाहते थे कि अंदर की खबर बाहर आए।
एग्जैक्टली तो उसी समय मुझे ऐसा डाउट हो गया था कि शायद विराट कोहली ऐसा सोच रहे हैं कि एज अ स्टेप डाउन करे T20 और ओडीआई के लिए, लेकिन उस बात से लाइक ऐसा उन्होंने कर दिया था क्लैरिफाई कि नहीं होगा। तो ऐसा लगा चलो भाई ठीक है, आज यहाँ तक के तो मामला ठीक है, लेकिन ये वर्ल्ड कप के बाद तो इस कैप्टनसी चेंज होने वाली है, ऐसा मैंने बैक ऑफ द माइंड मेरे चल रहा था कि हो जाएगा। लेकिन शॉक ऐसे हुआ कि इतने जल्दी ये डिसीजन विराट कोहली ले लेंगे वर्ल्ड कप से पहले। हाँ, अगर यही बात अगर ये वर्ल्ड कप के बाद होती कि भाई एज अ स्टेप डाउन मैं करने वाला हूँ T20 कैप्टनसी, तो ये बात इन्हें वाजिब थी, लेकिन उन्होंने पहले ही स्टेप डाउन कर दिया, तो शायद ये मेरे लिए शायद उतनी अच्छी बात नहीं है कि विराट कोहली ने वर्ल्ड कप से पहले ही कर दिया। वर्ल्ड कप की बात करते हैं तो शायद एक पॉजिटिव नोट होता है कि भाई ठीक है ये वर्ल्ड कप जिता दिया।
रुपेंद्र, एक चीज मैं पूछना चाहूंगा आपसे, क्या उन्होंने ये डिसीजन इसीलिए लिया क्योंकि उनको वो आराम से T20 वर्ल्ड कप में जाएंगे बिना किसी टेंशन के, बिना किसी प्रेशर के, कि हाँ मतलब मेरे कैप्टनसी पे लोग जज करेंगे, सवाल उठाएंगे, और ऑब्वियसली जब मुझे छोड़ना ही है तो अभी छोड़ देता हूँ, उसके बाद में बात की बाद में देखी जाएगी, जब मुझे छोड़ना है ऑब्वियसली वो क्लियर होंगे, तभी उन्होंने अभी ये डिसीजन ले लिया कि वो कोई भी टेंशन लेकर नहीं आगे जाना चाहते हैं T20 वर्ल्ड कप में।
नहीं, मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता। मुझे लगता है कि वो तो फिर अभी डबल प्रेशर लेके जाएंगे, क्योंकि उनका ये लास्ट T20 वर्ल्ड कप हो सकता है एज एन कैप्टन।
कोई प्रेशर नहीं, वो तो क्लियर होंगे कि अब मुझे आगे मुझे लंबे दौर के लिए मुझे आगे क्या करना क्या नहीं करना और कुछ देखना नहीं है।
नहीं, उन्हें तो पता है कि एक्चुअली उन्हें फोकस टेस्ट और ओडीआई पे करना है, लेकिन ये बात कैसे होगी, उनके पास ये बेस्ट चांस होगा क्योंकि वो काफी सालों से T20 की लाइक ऑल फॉर्मेट में वो कैप्टनसी कर रहे हैं। लेकिन स्पेशली T20 की बात करें तो हम T20 काफी अरसे से लाइक फर्स्ट एडिशन से हम जीत नहीं पाए, तो काफी सारे जो भी कैप्टन आए उनके ऊपर हम कैसा काफी फेवरेबल थे या डिपेंडेंट थे कि नहीं भाई हमें ये जिता के देगा, हमें जिता के देगा। जैसे विराट कोहली से कि हमें मेजर आईपीएल ट्रॉफी बोल रहा था मैं लाइक मेजर ट्रॉफी आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट की जिता के देगा, बट ऐसा कभी हो नहीं पाया। तो इस समय उनके बाद उनके बैकग्राउंड में ऐसा चल रहा होगा कि भाई ये मेरा आखिरी T20 वर्ल्ड कप हो सकता है एज एन कैप्टन, तो मैं ये पॉजिटिव नोट पे क्लियर करूं और ये जीता के मैं स्टेप डाउन करूं, ये एक मेरे करियर के लिए भी काफी अच्छा होगा और बाकी जो इंडियन फैंस है तो ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड उनकी एक्सपेक्टेशन से मीट कर सकते हैं। ये मुझे लगता है ये सोच के उन्होंने ये डिसीजन लिया है। अगर इन केस अगर ये डिसीजन वो वर्ल्ड कप से बाद लेते मे बी इंडिया कुड लॉस वर्ल्ड कप दिस टाइम एज वेल, तो ये डिसीजन क्या हो जाता, ये डिसीजन लाइक हम कह सकते थे ये प्रेशर में आके डिसीजन लिया कि भाई हम ये वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीत पाए, तो इसीलिए मैं ये ले रहा हूँ। तो इसी वजह से उनका बैक ऑफ द माइंड ये चल रहा था भाई हम ये वर्ल्ड कप जीते या हारे, मैं तो पहले से ये डिसीजन क्लियर कर देता हूँ कि मैं अगले फ्रॉम द आफ्टर द वर्ल्ड कप मैं वर्ल्ड कप का लाइक कैप्टन नहीं रहूंगा। तो उनके पास अब उनका यही मोटो है कि भाई एज एन कैप्टन ये मेरे पास लास्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी है, तो मैं इसको मैं कैपिटलाइज करूं और इंडिया को वर्ल्ड कप जीताऊं। ये मेरा लाइक ये उनका बैक ऑफ द माइंड चल रहा है। maybe Lucas
let's
इससे agree करेंगे. What about Lucas?
let's
What do you think?
let's
Virat?
involve Lucas little bit because Lucas was just amazed that we were speaking in Hindi and he didn't understand a single meaning. So Lucas, just we were
I
just
wouldn't have thought
discussing about.
so.
Yes, Lucas, just we were just discussing about that we got this news in one of our leading newspaper called Times of India in 2 day or 3 day earlier that Virat Kohli may be leaving this T20 captaincy after this T20 World Cup. So and obviously was the social media, obviously we live in a social media life, so obviously the people started questioning about this BCCI decision and all this, and BCCI has to come up and clarified this decision that look, Virat Kohli has been doing very well. We haven't spoken a single thing about the split captaincy and all these issues. And to be fair, BCCI just clarified all this thing that whatever it was going on behind the doors about the about with the Ravi Shastri, with the Rohit Sharma, and Virat Kohli, and obviously the BCCI secretary called Jay Shah and Saurabh Ganguly, they didn't wanted the things to be go out public. So that's why they have made the statement that we are not discussing a single thing about the split captaincy and all this. And after 2 3 days now, the news came out to be true that there was a discussion about the split
Yeah.
captaincy. Good.
So there was no discussion. Virat clearly mentioned.
Yes.
I discussed about the split captaincy. No BCCI should come up. He
Yes.
clearly said, I am playing Test cricket since 8 to 9 years, becoming captain. I just want to relax something. That's why he is taking down as a captain. That's his
Well,
personal, you consider it's personal decision as he mentioned in that letter. So we can't say that the discussion is going on between the BCCI and the Virat Kohli. It's a totally
Yes.
Virat Kohli decision, and we know Virat Kohli is a brand. He what he say, it will happen. Like he said, Ravi Shastri will be the head coach, and he will be the head coach. That's why that's the power.
Rupendra, don't speak too much in English because Lucas will say, well, "Hang on, mate. You speak too much English. You're speaking fine English. Why don't you speak continuously English?" Lucas, go ahead. Let's debate on the topic which we were earlier
well,
discussing.
when I got the news, all I saw was Test captain retired. Now, as you know, Gaurav, that I've had a cricket session yesterday. I bowled 3
And
hours in the net.
hold on, Lucas. I'm just sharing this news to Rupendra. Rupendra, I was just reading out the statement about Virat Kohli, where he obviously written that he want to leave this T20 captaincy. And look, and since I was reading all this statement, Lucas was laughing. So I thought, why is Lucas is making a fun of Virat Kohli and all this? So after I completed that statement of Virat Kohli, I asked Lucas, why you were laughing, Lucas? And he said, Gaurav, I was just hoping that this kind of a statement was made by Tim Payne. I would have been very happy.
And and as you know, like I said to you yesterday, I was bowling for 3 hours in the net for my cricket club in pre-season. Hips are sore. I have no effort to get out of bed. But when I saw Test captain retires, boy, did I get out of my bed. And I thought, hallelujah, we got rid of him, and
I feel the pain.
yeah, and then I saw Virat Kohli's name, and I thought, what the hell is this rubbish? I thought it'd be Tim Payne. What's Virat Kohli got to do with it? And then my heart just broke into 1,000 pieces. I just couldn't believe it.
Tim Payne had just quit the captaincy after this, and he was very happy.
And,
Quit after this Ashes. I think he will quit after the Ashes, or maybe he
Till
will
then, you have to
retire.
pay him.
that's
Till
not
then,
soon.
till then you have to accept him as your national captain.
That's not soon enough for me. Sorry, but because
Lucas, hang on. I think on this Sydney Test match where India was playing with Australia, and I'm just not speaking on the topic which we are about to discuss, but it was a funny thing.
thank God I wasn't on the
which
show when that happened.
Yes, but Ravichandra Ashwin on the Sydney Test, and obviously Tim Payne was sledging him, and Ravichandra Ashwin said, obviously Tim Payne said to him, can't wait for Agaba, and he said he can't wait for an Indian series to be happening, because that will be your last series. So that means Tim Payne will continue to lead Australia in Indian series also, once Australia will be playing in India. Go ahead, Lucas.
I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think so. Tim Payne will carry that forward. I think
Lucas,
this
what
has
you
to
thought?
be
If
the last.
just imagine,
This
if Australia, if Team Pen would continue till Indian series, what would you do?
I think Australia might go down and down and down. That's the answer.
I just want to listen Lucas' statement. Lucas, what would you do?
I can't answer that because I don't know what I'll do.
Especially in this live show, I can
Go
understand. I
mental. Go
totally understand your
absolutely
point.
mental. Run amok. Raise some hell. Fight anybody. Just. I don't know what I don't know what I'm going to do. Cause
Control
chaos,
your emotions.
mayhem,
Let's
whatever.
focus. Let's focus on Virat Kohli. I know, I can understand your feelings. Let's focus on Virat Kohli. So it means the
Let
earlier news. It means earlier news, which 2 days earlier, the Times of India brought up that Virat Kohli want to quit the captaincy, was a true news, because after 2 days we got this news that Virat Kohli has quit the captaincy.
let me add up one thing. After that, making that leak news by TOI, we should say clarify there is no news. Then a lot of Indians making fun of TOI, like Times of India, lots of memes carrying forward on Twitter.
Yes.
So, and now today, I seen one of another meme, like अपन को कुछ बोलता था ये क्या बोला था like in India meme, lot of famous memes are carrying out on the toy, and it's a very trusted website. We can trust now. We can trust Gaurav, right? We can trust
Yes. Yes.
toy, right?
People were making a lot of fun and memes about the Times of India. Lucas, go ahead. What's your take on that?
Well, like I said, when I got the news, as you get the notification from your phone, I I just saw Test play retired. Now I don't know why I just not said Virat Kohli,
Yeah.
but I and then it was Virat Kohli. Boy, was I let down big time.
Yes.
My reaction was, well, who cares?
Then
But
what then? Arise, Lucas, I know one question arise in your mind. Then who will captain? Who will captain Indian Test team? Right? Who will be the next
yeah,
captain?
Steve
I know what.
Smith,
Steve Smith.
Okay, I don't think so.
hopefully.
I
Smith
hope,
will
I
take
hope
over.
my uncle was in the show. I hope my uncle was in this show. He would have been very happy after hearing this. What you have just said, that the Steve Smith will continue, because he's the biggest fan of
I
the
don't
Steve
think
Smith.
Australia will
I
be.
couldn't have done it.
But as I don't know, Rapunja missed this, but I said that Virat Kohli, his captaincy suits the longer game better because
Yes.
Exactly.
because of the person who he is. He likes to rev up players. He likes to get in their faces. He likes to be an absolute menace to opposition, and he just can't do that in T20 as much as he can in Test match cricket. So I don't think this is that big of a deal. Now, if this was Test that he retired from, that would be a big deal. That'd be massive.
Exactly.
Yes.
But
He will not be
but
a T20 a Test captain. So I'm very much sure about it.
yeah. So it is T20. He'll still be captaining the long formats of the game, which will be benefit him. He doesn't have to worry about the shorter format, because when you're a captain, you're also a selector. So he'll be
Exactly.
sitting in meetings, picking teams, and it can take a mental toll on you. So he doesn't
And
have to do that anymore. He can focus on doing that in the longer formats of game where he really suits his captaincy better.
Lucas,
in
Lucas, I
short,
have one question. I have one question to ask from Lucas, because obviously he has been following Australian cricket. He's been the biggest fan of Australian cricket for a very long time, for a very long period of time. I want to ask
25
one very simple
years.
question. Yes, I want to ask you a very simple question. Just imagine, and obviously it is a fact, okay, that if Virat Kohli, just imagine, I'm talking about the Australian cricket. If Team Payne has not been a tactically very good captain. Just imagine if he's the captain of T20. Forget about team pay. I'm just asking about this Aaron Finch. Obviously, Aaron Finch is a very. Just imagine if Aaron Finch is not very tactically good captain, and another guy. Just I'm giving you the example. Pat Cummins is a very good tactically. Is a very good captain by tactically wise. Okay, so that does it means that that other captain that Pat Cummins is putting too much pressure on what do you call it on Aaron Finch, because obviously
Yeah,
Aaron Finch is will be going after him, Pat Cummins, for more often than not about this tactical things which
yeah,
required in T20 and ODI format. So does
yeah.
it add more
Yeah,
pressure like player like Aaron Finch and all this, that hang on, I've been not doing too much great in this kind of a department, so it is better to leave my captaincy. So it is better that with the very respectfully I leave this captaincy. So that's what my point is. Lucas, go ahead.
yeah. As an example, yeah. It depends what kind of captain you are. Virat Kohli's captaincy benefits the longer period of game,
Yes.
while other players it will benefit the shorter version of the game.
Lucas.
Rohit Sharma, yes, Rapunja.
Yes, Lucas, go ahead.
Yeah, so as I said, that some players will have a negative and a positive reaction on the format they are captaining. Aaron Finch, he can't even play long game format. For
I'm
his
just giving you
stateside
example.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, I know,
just
yeah,
giving
yeah,
you
I know,
example.
yeah. So Aaron Finch, doesn't even play long formats with Victoria in the Sheffield Shield, because he knows that his captaincy and his role in the shorter game is better than what he can be in the long period of game. So
Yes.
it's not just a reflection of Virat Kohli. Rohit Sharma might be an excellent T20 captain, but he might be
He
a
has been
bad
a very
test.
excellent captain for a
Yeah,
very long
yeah,
period of time.
yeah,
He
So
has won. I think if you don't know, if you don't follow IPL, obviously you don't know, you don't follow T20 cricket that much. He has won
yeah,
five IPL tournament on his in his
yeah,
captaincy in span of 7 or 8 years. Just imagine
yeah.
five
So
IPL trophies.
so
Again, let me add something about the shorter format, especially T20. If you follow IPL, we had lot of captaincy material from younger generation. Like we can say the Shreya, he's doing good for Delhi Capitals. He's from last 2 years here. His team making qualification from like making semi-finals and finals, and
Playing
his
to the
captaincy
playoff.
is good. Japan, KL Rahul are the good leaders. That's why better. I think I say it's in a T20 format better than Virat Kohli. They are performing very well
mm,
as a captain, as an individual. They are performing very well in the T20
But Rupendra,
format. That's why.
Rupendra, my point is, sorry to interrupt you. It's all about how tactically you are good,
mm,
tactically good you are in the
yeah,
shorter format. That's make you a
That's
better captain in the
yeah,
shorter format.
they are
yeah.
adapting. They are adapting very much, very fastly in this format. That's why they are making
I think
each and everything.
if you're talking
That's why.
if you're talking about tactically a good captain, Shreyas Iyer has been a tactically very good captain. Rohit Sharma has
Exactly.
been a far better T20 captain, which in the Indian cricket team right now, tactically wise, he has been a very good captain. Obviously, so that what my point is. Obviously, once there is a player who has won a five IPL tournament in 7 8 years and who has been equally good by a tactically wise, I'm just saying that just not because that he has won the five IPL tournament in span of 7 or 8 years, whatever it is. I'm just saying that Rohit has been a very good tactic wise, very good captain. Does it add too much pressure on Virat Kohli to make this kind of decision that hang on, I want to quit this captaincy of the shorter format because Rohit has been captaining a very good in the T20 format. Lucas, go ahead.
I if there's a better captain available, and he's also in
Yes,
that team, and he's an established player, not a rookie, not one
yes,
that's only played 5-10 games, established for a long time. Then
yes.
that captain can
Put some pressure.
push, put some pressure on. But I've said this before: Virat Kohli when he captains like he's not on any pressure. In fact, he loves it. He loves pressure. When you ask him questions in the media about how you deal with it and all that, he embraces it. So no doubt Rohit Sharma probably would have put some pressure onto him.
I
But
want to
Virat
add some.
Kohli,
Uh,
yeah.
I want to add something. Wait, Gaurav. When Dhoni was playing T20 format, now, so Virat is a captain, but he didn't feel any pressure because he know that I don't have any pressure from where MS Dhoni, MS will captain or I'll captain, it will be good for. But in this team, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are both from same age, and there is a big difference between the achievements in this format. Like in T20, Rohit Sharma has very bright future. He's won lot of IPL tournament for Mumbai Indians with same captain, and as you compare to the Virat Kohli, he didn't perform anything great other than a single IPL, a single year in IPL. That's why it put a lot of pressure on the
Yeah,
Virat Kohli. People also are also questioning about his captaincy in T20 format. Even though for the RCB, his performance is not as good as a test, he performed in the Test cricket as a captain or in ODI as a captain. That's why it put more pressure in the Indian team. That we have two options: Rohit Sharma, along with a lot of younger player like Shreyas Iyer. I'm especially counting Shreyas Iyer, a very good captaincy material in the future. We can see Shreyas Iyer maybe a future captain for Indian team. That's why it put a lot of pressure on the Virat Kohli. That's why this decision came in the existence.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
glad you brought up.
Lucas, just one more point I want to make it. Obviously, Rohit Sharma has done a lot of thing in T20 cricket. He has
Yeah,
won a
um,
five IPL tournament. It is a big achievement for for a Rohit Sharma, obviously. But
yeah,
my point is, why every time Virat Kohli captaincy has been questioned? Obviously, I can understand in the T20 format, but you remember this very well. Was Ajinkya Rahane led this led this test side to a very famous win in Australia. People have again started questioning Virat Kohli captaincy in test
mm,
format also, which was not good. People have started to ask, people have started to raise question that Ajinkya Rahane should lead this test side because he was very good in the Australian tour also. So I was very fine with it, but people want to ask question in the shorter format because tactically wise, Rohit Sharma has been far a better captain
yeah.
anyone in this team. But problem with Virat Kohli, every time he has been asked a lot of question in the captaincy once he has been the captain of this Indian side. Lucas, go
Uh,
ahead.
but adding to the one thing, Gaurav, he didn't achieve that much as a captain. Like he didn't win any ICC tournament. Not
Yes, yes,
we can see that a World Test Championship we lose due to the difference
yes, yes.
team selection. Or if you are giving you a full hand, like you want which coach we will offer you that coach. We are offering you same team, which team you want, which player you want. We are providing a lot of facility, but outcome is that we didn't win any ICC tournament. That's the main difference, and put some pressure on the Virat Kohli. Like either other players are performing very well in the absence of Virat Kohli, that will create an impact on the Virat Kohli. That's the main reason Virat Kohli stepped down as a T20 captain. That's the main reason. And another in the test, Virat Kohli has like proven himself as a good captain. We can see in the
Yeah.
England, yeah, but some bad patch come along with the players. So we have to carry that Virat have give some cushion that he will perform
Uh,
to carry forward. That's the main reason
Okay.
I'm thinking that Virat Kohli decision I'm welcoming.
Lucas, go
Look at
ahead. Take your time. I
yeah,
know you have been
well,
bowling a lot of overs. That's why your body is not been up to the mark in the
yeah,
nets.
no,
We can
no,
understand that. Lucas, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm actually in pain. Um,
Yes.
but no,
Oh, you're in
we're
pain.
putting,
Team pain. You're talking about
yeah,
team pain. Go
yeah.
ahead.
So like getting when I got out of bed that quickly, that just shouldn't have done that, but I couldn't help myself. Actually, Wapundra brings up a very good point. He mentioned MS Dhoni. MS
Yes.
Dhoni was a terrible test match captain, but he was a brilliant in the white ball game. He was brilliant
Yes.
captaincy in
Yes.
T20 and 50 overs.
ODI. Yes.
And this is what I've said. Different players, different captains will suit better in one format compared to the other. You will
Yes.
rarely see a captain that is good in all three formats. Rarely see that.
Exactly.
You know,
Yes.
you look at all the great captains in the world. You know, Graham Smith, South Africa, was a great Test match captain, not so much a white ball captain. Um,
Yes.
Ricky Ponting, probably the exceptional. You know, wonderful Test match captain, wonderful white ball captain as well. Won a couple of World Cups. But however,
But he
his
wasn't good at
T20,
T20 cricket.
you know, he was, yeah, his T20 captaincy was not that great, because he had
Yes.
less to do. He
We
was a guy that
don't
wanted
have
to think all the
any
time.
example, any role model that any captain are
Yeah,
very much good in all three formats. So that's the
yeah,
reason everyone
yeah,
has own capability of thinking, own captaincy. Like we said that five fingers are totally different.
yeah,
So we
yeah.
can't say like everyone will be famous.
Yeah, Alistair Cook, you know, wonderful Test match captain, didn't even play ODIs. Aaron Morgan, wonderful white ball captain, doesn't even play Test match cricket. So it's very, very hard
No.
to find a captain that will be a good captain in all three formats. So that also the dependence of your captaincy. You know, Ricky Ponting was a captain who liked to think a lot. He liked to think 24/7. You can't really do that in T20 mode. You know, Dhoni was a quick thinker. You know, he wanted
Yes.
to captain on the spot. You know, in Test match cricket, you can't really do that. You've got to keep thinking. You know, for 90 overs a day. And some captains don't like that. Some captains like only captaining 20 overs an innings. Probably that's why you see Rohit Sharma captain so well in his who does he play from the IPL?
Mumbai
Exactly.
Indians.
Yeah.
Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, so you see him that because he's such a, you know, a relaxed thinker. He's been such a great captain. Where
Yes. You made a
Virat
very good.
Kohli is
You
not.
have made a very good
Yeah,
point. He is a very
yeah,
relaxed thinker. You
yeah,
made a very good
yeah.
point.
Virat Kohli is not a relaxed thinker. He likes
No.
to he
That's
likes
the
to
main
dominate.
reason.
Yeah, yeah. He likes to dominate you. You cannot do that in T20, because if you
No.
in T20, you know, what's Virat going to do? You know, when you're down 5 for 50, you know, go up the other hand, you know, do your antics. You know, you literally, you can't do that in T20 like you can in Test match cricket. You know, you get out a big play in Test match cricket like we've seen with Joe Root. He goes absolutely mental. Even if it was
Yes.
Steve Smith, he doesn't do that in T20. You rarely see him do that in T20 because
Yes.
There
it's
is
not that.
there is a very little margin to come back in the game in the
Yeah,
T20s.
yeah.
That's the
So
Yes.
main reason.
So and that's not a knock on Virat Kohli. Don't think I'm picking
Yes.
on Virat Kohli. It's just that
No.
some captains can only do what they can in some formats compared to the others.
Yes.
I'm not saying that's not saying Virat Kohli is a bad T20 captain. It's that
No.
Rohit Sharma is better. You know,
Yes.
Virat Kohli is still the Test match captain. He's still the ODI captain because that's what suits him. Rohit
Yeah,
Yes.
Sharma is suited in
apart from
T20s,
ODI,
not Test matches.
there is a lot of comeback chances now in ODI. It's a longer format. It's a
Yeah,
type of longer
yeah,
format. So
yeah,
we don't have any doubt on the Virat captaincy. And ODIs, it's just a bad spat. We didn't won any World Cup. Just a failure of our batting or mid. That's the main reason. In the T20, it will be a welcome decision for me. I think Gaurav will also welcome this decision. That point.
Yes. I was expecting this news, and I was very happy. And to be very honest, if Virat, people will not like my decision, like my comment, obviously, which I could totally fine with it. People have their opinions, but I just made a one point. I want to make a one point. If Virat Kohli would have left this captaincy right now, it also doesn't make any difference because Rohit has been too much a
yeah,
very good captain, tactically wise in the shorter format, and it isn't like that he hasn't been the captain in the T20 side. He has been captaining T20 side
yeah,
for a very long period of time. So it doesn't make any difference. So what is the time Virat Kohli
yeah,
has chosen after the T20 World Cup or before the T20 World Cup? It doesn't make any difference. My point is it was on the cards because obviously India was winning the bilateral series but not winning the ICC tournament. That was a major thing was missing in Virat Kohli captaincy. Go ahead.
yeah. a lot of the fans. Reece Williams said Virat
Yeah.
Kohli has been inconsistent lately. Yeah, uh, and he has lately with his batting. Now I've said this.
Yes,
I don't want to use
the
that as
main
the
reason
he.
is the batting. Is the batting?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
has been winning the series, T20 series lately. Whether
yeah,
it is a, I think Virat Kohli has led Team India in to a series win in South Africa, to an England, and to West Indies everywhere. I think we have won a T20 series in Virat Kohli captaincy. I'm talking about the
Well,
T20 series.
even all that heat he got, when Rahane won that Test series in Australia,
Yes,
let's
yes,
let's not forget he did that 2 years ago. Before that in Australia,
yes.
he won a series.
And he
And
built
no,
this test side. Don't forget, he built that test side.
yeah,
He made the effort to, because once MS Dhoni left the captaincy, India was on a spot of bother in a test side. India was seventh rank on this on as a test match side.
yeah. So as Virat Kohli, I know a lot of Indian fans will be very upset by this because Virat Kohli
Yes.
is that kind of guy that embraces India. He's like a
Yes.
brand. He's like Ronaldo,
He's a
CR7.
man.
Virat Kohli is a
Yes.
brand in
Yes.
India. And a lot of fans will be very unhappy with that, but it's not a big deal. Like I said, you've got an excellent captain waiting in Rohit Sharma, who's
Yes.
captain the IPL to victories, to enter
Yes.
trophies. However, if Virat Kohli did this in Test match cricket, that would be a massive deal. That would be massive.
Yes. Yes.
Um, because that's his best format when it comes to being the best captain available. And then you have it.
Yes.
Then if let's be honest, if Virat Kohli retired from Test match cricket, you could have 10 other players in front with captaincy. You could have up to 50 players captaincy. You wouldn't even know who to give it to if Virat Kohli
Yeah.
retired. So that would be massive. But when it comes to T20, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
People are going to be upset. Obviously, they're going to be upset. But it's really not a big deal. However, I would have preferred if he came out with this news a little bit later.
You mean to say
I
after the T20 World Cup got over?
Yeah, either after the T20 World Cup got over, or at least before the England series, because like I've said to you, I don't want to use the captaincy ring in his head as an excuse for his poor batting.
Yes.
I would have just preferred him to come out before the England series. You know what? I'm not going to captain the IPL. I'm going to focus on Test match and ODI cricket. That would be fine. Or if they go, let's say if India do well in the World Cup, let's say if he would have won, let's say India wins the World Cup hypothetically. If Virat Kohli came out and said, you know what, I'm going out on a high. I'm stepping down. I want to focus on my long form game. No one would blame him for that. But I just think the timing could have been a little bit better, in my opinion.
Yes, the timing could have been a little better. He could have chosen this thing little earlier, and he could have been waited for after the T20 World Cup. But my point is, Lucas, as I've said it before, that maybe he is thinking that don't want to this captaincy excuse, the captaincy talks which is going around in the social media and the media's. Which is obviously there has been a lot of talk about the Rohit Sharma should take the T20 captaincy for a very long period of time. It's not the first time that it is happening that Rohit Sharma should take this T20 captaincy from Virat Kohli. It has been for a very long period of time. Obviously, you can imagine that if Rohit Sharma is winning an IPL tournament again and again and again, there will be a lot of talk. And obviously, the Rohit Sharma, he has been a tactically very good captain. So people will ask a lot of questions that why he's not been captaining the international side, which he wants to. So it was on the card, and Virat Kohli must have been thinking that, hang on, I don't want to take this baggage in thinking that what will happen after this T20 World Cup and all this. I will make it clear that this is it. I will retire after. I will quit this T20 captaincy after the T20 World Cup. So people will stop talking about all this nonsense which goes around in the medias and the social media, and he will just focus on the T20
And
World Cup, which will be
yeah,
happening in this 1 or 2 months. Go ahead.
and let's not forget, it's not like Rohit Sharma will go to him for advice. He'll still be there to give motivation speeches to the
Exactly.
players. just because you're not captain doesn't mean you can't throw ideas around.
Exactly.
You know, we saw Steve Smith in the Ashes, you know, manipulate fields when Tim Payne was the captain.
Yes. You
So
have seen that even after MS Dhoni quit this captaincy, once Virat Kohli take over, MS Dhoni still places this field that you should keep
yeah,
this field. You should be giving this. Being an experienced player, being you have played a lot of cricket for international cricket for a very long period of time. It doesn't matter that you're a captain or not. You should have
no,
be giving inputs to your captain.
he, he, you know, that's correct. You know, it doesn't mean that Rohit Sharma is never going to go to him for advice. Of course he will.
Yeah.
You know, he'll go into some
Yes.
situations. He'll say to Virat Kohli, say to his 19th over, 8 runs to win. You'll go to Virat Kohli, do I bowl a spinner, do I bowl a pacer? He'll go around and brainstorm ideas with Kohli, and he'll give him feedback.
Yeah.
So and that's with any captain. That's not just with Virat Kohli.
It's a team game. It's a team game. So there is nothing wrong about it. Lucas, go ahead.
Exactly, it is a team game, and like I said, the captaincy is a title. Virat Kohli will still be there, you know, cheering his players along. You know, it's just that Virat Kohli just doesn't want to go through, you know, selection. Like I said, as a captain, you have to pick your team. You know, you have to do duties as a captain, more media work, coin toss. You know, he just doesn't want to do that no more. That seems to me he just does, and there's nothing wrong with that. He just doesn't want to do that. So that's Rohit Sharma's problem now. But like I said, he'll still be around and he'll still give ideas to Rohit Sharma. If Rohit Sharma doesn't want to listen to Virat Kohli, we can't blame that either because Rohit Sharma is the captain. And if he does want to listen, if let's say something went wrong and Rohit says, you know what, I did get some advice from Kohli, you know, then that's fine as well. So it's up to him what he does with Virat Kohli or not. But like I said, this isn't like it's a test match. It's a T20. I don't want to be smashed by the Indian fans. You know, Australian mentality always putting down T20. But you know, it is only T20. He's not going anywhere. He will still be the captain of the Test team and the ODI team for a long time, for at least 4 or 5 years. He's going nowhere. And in fact, you know, stepping down as captain, you know, this will probably, you know, extend his Test match career and ODI career even longer. Because he can probably say now, I'm no longer captain. I kind of don't want to play in this series. I'm not obligated to play in this series. I want to miss this series. And by doing that, it extends your longer format of the game. Again, you know, that's and if he wants to do that, we don't have to have a guardian because we can't say, well, you're the captain, you should play in all these series. He doesn't have to have that pressure also.
Yes. So I think it's we have discussed a lot of things. Obviously, we have discussed about the team pain also in this longer show. So I think we are done for today, and hopefully you will get your wishes very soon. I hope team pain will leave the captaincy as soon as possible after this Ashes. Okay, till then, guys, do like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. And till then, guys, bye. Good night. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Peace.
Lucas.
Thank you very much. Like and subscribe.
Yes. And don't forget to hit the bell icon, which is very important.